Welcome to this lesson of the course from 1619 Media Center. In this lesson, we will learn how to edit on Premiere Pro. Let's get started. This is the latest version of Premiere Pro 2020. Don't worry if you have an older version. This 2020 version has only a major update, which is auto reframing. Home page will show you your recent projects. To start a new project, click on New Project. Name the file, change the location if you want, but we would suggest keep it default, because that way you don't have to clear off caches from different locations later on. Also, you don't have to change crash disk settings every time. Click OK to enter the main interface, which consists of panels. These panels allow you to import and organize your media and preview your video and audio footages. The timeline where video editing happens is also panel. Project panel is where all the files are stored. Each imported file automatically fits in the area and you can drag them into timeline and start editing. Effects control. Any effect you add to your video can be controlled in here. Video preview window or program monitor. This is where your video appears and you can watch what you have edited by pressing play button or the space bar on your keyboard. Effects. Series of drop-down menus contain audio and video effects. These can be added by dragging them on footage in your timeline. Timeline. This is where all your editing happens. Audio levels. This tells you how loud your audio is. If it's in red, then it's too loud and will crackle. Ideally, you will want your levels in the middle around the 12 mark. Tools. This panel consists of various tools you can use to edit your footage. These panels allow you to import and organize your media and review your video audio footage. This interface configuration is called a workspace. The software has pre-built workspaces to accommodate different working styles and different tasks you need to accomplish, like Color tab, Effects tab, Graphics tab, Audio tab. First of all, to reset a workspace, you need to go to Windows, then Workspaces and reset to saved layout. To create sequence in timeline, press Ctrl N or go to File, New Sequence. You can choose a preset which are predefined or you can create your own in the setting. Change editing mode and video audio properties. Name your sequence and hit enter. You can see the sequence here. This is the symbol of sequence. After your sequence is created, start importing footages. To import footage, you have two options. Either you can go to Media Browser and select your folder and select your footages. Right click and select import. Another option, you can go to File, Import and select your footages. Now after importing, drag it to the source monitor or double click on the clip. Use L to travel forward, press K to stop and press J to travel in reverse. Mark your in and out point. Drag it from the source monitor to timeline. Use plus zoom in and use minus zoom out on your keyboard. You can use this too. If you only want to drag video, click on the video only button to import and choose audio only option if you want to import audio only. Press Ctrl S to save. Let's have a look at tools. First is selection tool. It is used for basic selection and edits simple trims, moving clips within the timeline. Its shortcut is V. Second is track select forward or backward. Its shortcut is A. With the help of this tool, you can move all the clips together forward or backward. This doesn't work if your track is locked. Third is ripple tool. Ripple edit is a trim tool which trims a clip without creating a gap. A lot can become out of sync if you don't use it correctly or use it on the locked track. Its shortcut is B. Rolling edit tool. Its shortcut is N. This tool moves out point of the first clip and in point of the second clip. It is used for fine tuning and adjustments. Next is rate stretch tool. Rate stretch tool increases or decreases the speed of the clip. Extending out point will slow it down and vice versa. It depends on the amount you stretch. You can also access the speed of clip by just right clicking on clip, selecting speed and duration option. Normal playback speed is 100. You can also select the reverse speed option to play the clip in reverse. Next is razor tool. It is used to cut a clip, its shortcut is C. If you want to make a cut on the position of your playhead or the screamer, press Ctrl K. Next is slip tool. Slip tool can be used to slip clips in and out point without actually moving the clip in the timeline. In the preview monitor, you can see in the left it's the in point and in the right it's out point. You can see that clip is not moving in the timeline. Its shortcut is Y. Next is slide tool. Its shortcut is U. It slides the clip in the timeline without affecting its in and out point and also maintaining all the gaps. You can see position of the middle clip is changed. You can slide the clip backward till previous clip's in point and forward till following clip's out point. You can double click on the track to change its preview option. Now here you can see a line which is called a rubber band. Pen tool is used to add keyframes to the clip. You can add keyframe to the opacity of the video and volume of the audio. Our first keyframe, this is our second keyframe and the third keyframe. If you make the middle keyframe all the way down, its opacity will be 0. In Effects Control, you can see this automatically added. Have a look here. Next is Hand tool. Hand tool is used to navigate in timeline. Its shortcut is H. Zoom tool is used for zoom in and zoom out. Press Alt key while zooming out. Text tool, graphic text tool was added in 2017 version of Premiere Pro CC. You can add text directly in the preview monitor. You can edit more in the graphics panel if you are looking for old legacy title. Go to File, New, Legacy Title. You can see this legacy title can be seen in the media pool. But the graphics title can only be seen in the timeline and the preview monitor. This I button here allows us to hide the track or the layer. To add or remove track, right click on the track and choose Add or Remove Track. Let's import some audio. I'll mark the in and out point for my audio and import in my timeline. Let's make some adjustments. I am adding the same music to other layer. M here will mute this track. And S will play only this track or layer. Now we will play both the tracks together. Listen to the music closely. Let's cut out this extra part. Effects Control panel will show all the properties of the selected clips. Motion contains position, X and Y axis, scaling, and rotation of the clip. To reset all this, press this reset button. Opacity controls the transparency of the clip. For audio, you can control volume levels and its left and right panning in the panner option. In the next part of the video, we will see what is nested sequence, some effects and transitions, timeline options, keyframe editing, and exporting your video in best settings. See you in the next lecture. Happy learning.